GM, everybody at Yonks here, and facilitating the very first DAIAA.org Artificial Intelligence Management AIMS Systems subgroup conversation. And don't have any formal agenda prepared today, but welcome everybody. And this is something that we will likely transition to a Zoom live stream format for future sessions. As I see I Am Lotus has joined. I Am Lotus has been building with us for years now and huge fans of the build in public. And one of the things that I mentioned before I resumed the Fathom AI note taker is that uh, we will be putting on our roadmap obtaining the ISO 42001 certification. And let me actually just do a screen share here for that so that we can just see what we're talking about all about this ISO. And I personally haven't been through any ISO 42001 certification myself, but I wanted to give Lakshay an opportunity here to make a quick introduction. Over to you, Lakshay.
Hey. Thanks for having me here. Lakshya this side. I'm the founder and CEO of Nexus Wide AI, building the universal replication score for AI agents, AI models, and AI developers. So happy to be a part of DAIA.
Yes, thank you for that. And feel free to share your contact information in here so that we can connect LinkedIn, Telegram, whatever you prefer. I think I've got that on a clipboard or a notepad from our DAIA conversation here on Monday. I don't see it for myself, but anyway, I would love to connect with you all on LinkedIn. But here on my screen, ISO 42001. And I Am Lotus, if you wanted, apologies for not giving you an opportunity. If you wanted to do a quick introduction, feel free to unmute. If not, we will keep on going. Don't see her opening up the mic. So yes, ISO 42001. I have personally not gone through a certification process, and that's something that interested to unpack. Um, and this is the one of the things as a lifetime technologist and have worked in enterprise environments in the past, I absolutely can appreciate that it's a lot easier to put in a solid foundation with systems than it is attempting to put systems in place and go back retroactively. And that's one of the things that with what we're building, we're planning to build strategic vertical AI agents. And we're actually going to be facilitating here coming up in June a peer learning cohort AI for real estate by We Own Academy, where we're going to be building a strategic vertical AI agency model for real estate professionals. And there's a lot of opportunity to bring automation to real estate and just providing information, using AI tools and systems to realtors, clients that are either shopping for houses or whatever the case may be. And we're looking to build, when I say AI agency, really viewing that as the orchestration of AI agents. And this is something that having a great system in place, and we're really hoping to open source a artificial intelligence management system, but then also we as early builders in the on-chain space, and this is one of the reasons I'm very excited to be affiliated with DAIAA, building decentralized AI agents. And this is sums it up right there: create a better world through decentralized AI agents. So this is one of the things that I am good. Like I believe collectively can use these conversations to work towards building an open source platform for artificial intelligence management systems. Because the more that we can collaborate and build in public, like I haven't personally, I'm not a developer myself, but the opportunity of using AI assisted options with like vibe coding and other things is what I'm really looking forward to do with the artificial intelligence management system. And I've got some other tabs here that I'm going to bring open surrounding some resources for uh, ISO 42001. So here is a good one that I came across on LinkedIn. So this is a implementation series structure. So I'm going to put this in a reference here for Google Docs, and I'll summarize this here as well for everybody else in a follow-up email along with the AI summary note taker. So here's this. I'm going to make a new subtab here, call this resources. And let's see, here is this article. Back to that screen. ISO 42001 implementation series structure. So just out of curiosity, Lakshay, do you have any plans or have you had conversations about getting ISO 42001 certification in your organization?
So I think these types of legal things that are coming up through multiple governments in multiple nations will gonna be playing an important part of our reputation score. But our approach is that we have each category of AI agents and AI models defined, and we have on that those category there are pointers on which the reputation score is getting calculated. So if we even have to calculate HIPAA, then GDPR and all these types of terminologies when we are talking about AI agents in, for example, in healthcare sector, and as you mentioned in real estate sectors, there will gonna be a lot of different terms legally, plus uh, in ways of features, in ways of what results they are producing, in ways of what data they are using and everything. So I think yes, these are something that we are also using and to make our score universal. So, yeah.
Got it. Yeah. Well, and here's another, and that makes sense, and that's one of the things that I'm interested in collaborating with other thought leaders around. Like, one of the things that we, with what we're building, we're like here, compliance executive, we're having conversations about bringing on a fractional chief compliance officer, and I'm not sure there's probably more of a technical from a compliance standpoint, and ISO 42001 would definitely be in the technical compliance aspects, but there's also the legal and accounting compliance. So let me actually throw this in here as this other reference as well. So here's another one. And of course, need to have the standard in here. So I'll add some more details around this later. But one of the other solutions providers that showed up on my radar when I was doing some research about AI and compliance is Credo.ai, and this is something that I'm planning to get a demo from them and understand what solutions that they provide, because this is something that with what we're building, we're really wanting to build a solid foundation, because I'm really envisioning this because like another solution that we're needing to have a high amount of compliance around, and I'm not sure where everybody at globally, but my IRA, this is where we're planning to build uh, uh, on-chain IRA. And for those people that aren't familiar, that aren't US based, IRA is the predominant individual retirement arrangement here in the United States. It's a tax advantaged arrangement. And just to put things into context, 1 in 3 Americans have an IRA. And this is one of the things that we're absolutely, with my IRA, putting on our roadmap for obtaining ISO 42001 certification. And as far as I know, the only leading LLM providers that have actually obtained that is Anthropic with Claude. And let me find their article here too. Anthropic ISO 42001. So here was their press release or their blog post. Anthropic achieves ISO 42001 certification for responsible AI. So again, I have no idea what the process is. I haven't been through obtaining that. Let me actually add this to our Google Docs here. Known AI players with ISO 42001. Anthropic. And I don't know if anybody else is having these conversations in the AI space. Like one of the tools that we're planning to use is HATS protocol. We use HATS quite a lot for our organization to represent things in various roles and stuff. And this is one of the on-chain solutions that we're planning to incorporate within from a workflow standpoint, where each AI agent could potentially have its own hat within, like representing via AI agency. And this is me just thinking out loud here as far as how that we may use that. So, and that's again, I'm planning to buy both of these bundles. Again, not a compliance person, but this is something that I want to understand and unpack here, and I'll share in our upcoming call with that. And that being said, we've got an hour allocated for this time, and one of the things that I would rather do is find out what cadence that we should run this. I'm thinking either bi-weekly or monthly, but would love to hear some thoughts from anybody else, either in the Zoom chat as far as the cadence, or feel free to open up your mic as far as getting our next AIMS conversation scheduled. So I will take the silence here. What I'll plan on doing, we used the Luma calendar at Luma. Let me just go here. I think yeah. So I'll get this added to the next biweekly. Let's do biweekly. So I'll get the next one on here 2 weeks from today, and we'll just get that recurring on there. And this is some things I'm going to, between now and our next conversation, is I'm going to go through the conversation with Frito. If anybody wants to join that conversation, let me know. I'm here on LinkedIn at Yonks. LinkedIn in /Yonks. And on Telegram. Well, and I posted in the DAIAA channel on Telegram as well. So, but let's plan to have a follow-up conversation in 2 weeks, and I'll also circulate the summary, the AI summary from this. But this is some action items for myself between now and 2 weeks from now, where we will. And anybody that's interested in collaborating around an open source AIMS, because I'm really envisioning that there's business processes, and then maybe some tool, but I don't have enough understanding as far as what the requirements are. That's another action item that I've got, is that I'm going to get these PDFs from ISO.org for 42001 to better understand that, and have a conversation with a enterprise player. I'm sure that their solution isn't cheap, but I'll provide that as a summary as well in our upcoming conversation. So anyway, I'm going to give everybody a half an hour back on their calendar for today, and if anybody wants to chime in some thoughts here before we bring this to a wrap today, that would be great.
Okay, just to add a small part here before we end this call, I think we can definitely happy to come on these types of calls and talk around the legal side of AIs and how that really is working up, because in coming days you can really see that people will gonna talk more around bad AI and good AI. Even if we see a lot of AI agents coming into the DeFi space and everything, people need to have something to trust on in order to give their money to some agent or some tool, right? So we are happy to be a part of this, and also we are looking for a lot of collaboration, technical ones and marketing ones as well. So open for that, and I have also dropped you a message over Telegram. So happy to take our conversation further from there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And if there's any opportunity, Lakshay, we're going to be facilitating conversations here in the coming 4 months, starting in June, building this vertical AI agent for real estate professionals. And I don't know if there's any opportunity. I don't know enough about what you're building over there to potentially collaborate, but we're absolutely going to be inviting where it's aligned. Guests onto a live stream podcast, because we're also going to be facilitating those conversations over the next 4 months, again, building AI agency. And this is another use case for getting this artificial intelligence management systems in place so that we can just build more confidence with what we're wanting to do. And that's one of the things that I'm wanting to be thoughtful about, checking various boxes to increase people's confidence. And when you can say, hey, we're ISO 42001, even if people don't really know what that means, it's kind of like a badge that you can display on your website. So looking forward to having more conversations around this, and I will get that scheduled for our upcoming conversation in 2 weeks from today, and we'll just keep it at the same time until we get more people where we need to pivot from that. And I'll send a follow-up communication via likely via Luma. I'll have to take a look on how to do that, or via email, one of the two, and forward the Fathom summary. But thanks, everybody. Looking forward to having more conversations around just best practices, as well as us building the things for that. And ISO 42001, artificial intelligence management system, I think we can unequivocally agree is a best practice. Bye, everybody.
Bye bye bye.